Hello everyone, it's me, Roblox Studio, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make an Ouija board in Roblox. Now, I know this is a little bit random based on normal tutorials you might want to learn, like my inventory system, but I've seen a lot of horror games start to come up on Roblox, and for any of you uprising developers who want to make horror games, this might be something you want to add to your game, an Ouija board for a scary aspect. So I've actually been trying to work on this, and I've made it, so I just like to share how I made it, and maybe you could use it yourself. Now, I want to start off by saying I'm really grateful for all the support and all of your subscribers. I know it's not much, but it really means a lot, and I'll be trying to get more videos out. I just hadn't had much time due to the fact I've been back into real school, and you know how that is. So if I can make videos, I'll try to do my best. I'm not making any promises, but I'll try my best. So the first thing I want to do is have this model, or any model for that matter. I've imported this one, and it's one that I will link in the description. I didn't make it. Credit to whoever made it. You can search up a Ouija board in Roblox Studio. I got this image for the little thing off of Google. But pretty much what we're trying to do is to take so I'll delete everything in my letters folder. I'll link this one in the description so it'll have the letters within them, but for right now I'm gonna get rid of them all. So basically then what you want to do is you want to get a piece. So this is not like a three-dimensional part. It has just a decal on the top of it. So what you want to do is you want to take your piece, and you're going to want to take your decal. And then, so what I do is I duplicate this piece, and you'll have a board and all this stuff. I duplicate this piece into the letters folder, which you'll need to make a new letters folder if you have one. And then, pretty much, what I do is I import a new script into here. So do right click, insert object, or better, you can just press this plus button and press script. I'm just going to name this thing like control. And then here we go. So to start, you want to just close out of that for now, and you'll want to go into your piece, duplicate it into letters, and now for the first one, I'll select transform because I prefer a method of moving a piece. Oh, actually, that doesn't work for that. I'll just use move because that'll work. So you'll start by placing it at the first letter and naming it. So what I'm going to do is I'll turn this into a time lapse real quick. But what I'm going to do is you're going to need to do this too, unless you take the model in the description, is basically just name each piece a lowercase version of the letter or the symbol it's over. So I'll just speed it up real quick. Now, what you just saw was me deleting all of the decals in the top one so I could actually see the piece in the bottom. So, hi, it's me in post. So, we just actually lost all of the footage of me putting the pieces onto the board. So, if you're wondering why they're all disappearing and none of them are there, it's because I deleted the decals inside of them. Just go take the model in the description and it'll be all set. So you just put them on and you can delete the decals after. The decals aren't even supposed to be there. I just have them on so you can see exactly where the circle goes and I can tell what letter it's on. Other than that, the decals don't matter. The decals in these won't actually matter, so you can get rid of them as soon as you like. I just have them so I can position the circle. So that I got all the ones in the top, I'm just going to do all the ones in the bottom. And now you can make the final ones with, again, duplicating a piece. You can just put that in there. And now for these ones, instead of making letters, what you want to do is you want to go over to this right here, or you want to go over to yes and no, and once you get that, you just need to get it to the yes right here, and the no right over here. How come this is not yes a bit better? And then you'll just want to name it just like you did for the other ones. So for this one, just name all in all lowercase, remember. Yes and no. Then over here, you can go down right here to this and go over goodbye. Now I'll just put it right here since you can't really do that well without sliding off the board. So I'll just do it like that, and you can just say goodbye. And do the exact same process here. Delete all three of these decals, and then you're done. Now, for the actual scripting part. Well, to start, create a new variable. So you'll do local letters equals script.parent.letters get children. Then you will also actually, I think above this, you should make a new function tween, or tween part. Then I'll just do tween letter. You can come up with a better name if you want. So tween letter, and then I will do letter name. Actually, I think this should go underneath of this. My bad. So then you want to do letter name for the letter it's tweening to, and that should be about that. So then, basically what you want to do is you want to make this new function, and then up here you can create a new thing. It's local tween service, or whatever you want to call it, equals game get service tween service. Now, I do suggest that, I do tell you that now, I am warning you that if you change the name of the variables, it won't match the stuff you put down here. You'll have to replace it. So, and the script won't be linked in the description. I want people to learn. This isn't just a place for you to copy and paste scripts. Well, yes, it is important to have the stuff for your game. It is also important that you learn, because you can't code a game without actual coding knowledge. And so it's important, although I'm making tutorials, that you actually understand how it works. So now what you want to do is tween service create, and then you want to do this is a little bit of a tricky part, so follow along. It's string.lower, and then you want to do also actually you want to check. You want to do if letter name does not equal goodbye. Oh wait, actually maybe letter. Maybe you can just do empty string, and then you want to do local letter name. Or yeah, letter name equals string.lower. You can just get rid of this down here. String.lower empty string. Alright, now just do if letter name does not equal goodbye and letter name does not equal yes, and letter name does not equal no, then, and inside you'll put this instead. Then do tween service create, and here's the tricky part. Now that you have the string lowered, you want to do string, or you'd actually, I think you'd want to do you'd want to do work or script.parent dot board, or actually, since we made a lot of those. Okay, so somehow we lost the recording again here in the footage. So just try to follow along from the 2 time points of the script and try to add any changes you can. I'm really sorry for this. I guess my OBS just wasn't working and it had to delete some of the footage, so my apologies. Now that you have the tween service create, you want to do letters, find first child, letter name. So that in here is finding the letter that we've put into here. And then we want to do tween service dot new, or tween service tween info dot new. Then right here is your tween time. So I'm just gonna do 1 second. You can change it depending on how long you want it to take from move to the start position to the position of the letter. And so I'm just gonna do 1 second, and then you don't have to change to tweening style. I'm just gonna leave that at that. But if you want it to have like I think the default makes it so it speeds up as it starts and then slows down as it ends. If you want to change, you can do enum.e letter. I'm going to leave the script in the description. I wasn't going to do that originally, but we have lost the footage so many times that it's going to be almost impossible for someone to follow along with this code. So I guess I'm just going to leave it in the description. I'm really sorry for this. I'll try to make my tutorials better in the future. Thanks for supporting me, and really thanks for understanding. Position, the piece. So actually here you'd want to do script.parent.part, or script.parent.piece, that's what we called it. So then letter name, what we're doing for letter name is just lettername.cframe. So again, it checks for the letter name in here, and to find it, gets the C frame. Then we're trying to do play. And that should do it. Now, if you want to do something else, like, so it adds the text, here's what you do for that, and I'm just going to do that in case you want it. You don't have to add this though. So what you could do here is do local message equals blank, and then you can right here you can make a new variable called local tween. Then you can delete this, or you can delete the play, copy this, and set local tween to that. You can do tween play, and then tween dot completed wait. There, it will wait, and then you can do message equals message dot letter name. Now you can down here, you can just do an else line. So if it does equal one of those, then we can simply go over to this right here. And again, you want to copy this just in case there's an issue. You could do an else. Instead of letter, you want to figure out if it's a sentence. So just print failed to find word. And then you can just copy this, except there's some stuff you might want to change. So to start, you probably wouldn't make a message after that completes. So you can just simply copy this. If you don't need a completed wait, you can add the completed wait if something happens when it's finished. But here, instead of doing you do find for child letter name. So then it would move to the position of that. Very simple. We might add letters or more stuff. Right here, we'll be moving it to the position of the thing. So this is just in case, if you're not going to have any other message or anything like that, you don't need to have the if letter name and stuff like that. Or if you have to check this, you can get rid of this check if you're not going to have any message. But if you want to have like a message to print after, you can do that. And then, so now what we can do is we can basically, now that we have this function done, we can basically move it. So then let's say our string, so let's see. Let's say we want our local finished message to be hello. This would be doing it for each letter we want to happen. So then what we do is what we want to do is so we do function tween, or we're going to do function get word, like that, or maybe get letter, get letter from word. That's a little long, but it'll work. And then we want to do string right there for their string. You can change that whatever you like, but then again, you'd have to change everything else to it. I recommend just going with that so you can finish the tutorial. And now what we want to do is do for i equals 1 comma, then we want to do a hashtag to get the length of it. Finished message do, so that for each letter we want to do tween letter string dot sub. We're going to do string dot sub. Oh, we also want to do make sure the goodbye is not here. Oh, this is the tweening the letter. So we also want to check that. We want to check that right here. So what we can do right here is check if the letter does not equal goodbye, or we can check if the letter right here. We can check if string does not equal, and then you can just copy from what's right up here. Right here, string dot sub, so tween letter. So if it's a single thing, a single like word instead of one of these phrases, what you'll simply want to do is string sub, and then you want to do the string. Then you want to do I comma I for the letter. So then once you tween the letter to that right there, that will be tweening the letter from here. So hopefully that works. You tween each letter, and then you can simply copy the position right here of the piece, like this right here. or you could just do this. You can just do the position, and so then you can copy this line right here. I'll put this in comments just for as a test. So then instead of doing letter name, that's C frame. Instead of doing C frame, you can just do position equals vector3 dot new, and then you can just paste whatever your thing was down here for the original position of the piece into there, and then just do another play. Now, unless you're moving it back, or when you you can do that when you finish. So when you finish with that, you play. Or, in fact, I think you could just put that at the very end of the entire thing when it finishes. Or I think I'll have to put it for both. I'm sorry, I'm a little out of it today. So then next, after we finish this, we want to check if it's one of these. So if it's that, then we want to do tween letter. Then instead of doing a string sub, you just want to do string. And then you can move it back. Because when it's finished, a function, unless you put a function in a coroutine, it will wait to continue until the function has finished. So the tween completed wait will finish that.